Action!
Action! Hello, friends. The trio is here with baby in tow. Say hello, Aurelia.
Here's our little Redley doll.
Hello.
How cute.
So, we thought we would, first of all, wish you a happy new year. Hello. Happy 2025.
I'm still getting used to it.
I know. I'm
crazy,
still writing
man.
the date wrong in every document I fill out. It's still 2024
Are we,
for me.
are we really a quarter of the way through the century? That's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed the holidays. Hopefully you got some time off, some rest, and good quality time with friends and family as well.
Yeah.
We sure did. So that was good.
It was.
And yeah, we thought we would check in and sit down and do a chatty video, actually a Q&A, because you guys sent us a lot of questions in through Instagram. Because it's been a while since we were in front of the camera. It feels a little unnatural, to be honest.
Yeah. It's like use it or lose it, right?
Yes.
And we haven't done as much filming in the past few months.
Yeah, so
as
the
one
travel,
can imagine. But
so yeah, the travel videos that we published from Alberta, Calgary, Edmonton, the food adventures, all of that was during my 8th month of pregnancy. So right before this one popped out.
we gotta sneak some in.
Yeah, and since then, we've just been at home enjoying her company. And she's 3 months now, almost 3 months and a half.
Yeah.
So take it in, Berber. These are your friends. This is YouTube.
Yes.
So we're gonna try doing a Q&A. We've got questions about baby, about travel, and about life here in Alberta. You want to do it like by topic or just mix it all up?
Wing it.
Wing it.
Wing it, I say. Wing it.
Sam says wing it. So I've got the phone here and we can start. Are we recording, by the way? Yes, we are. That's how out of practice we are. First question, how are you and how is parenthood treating you?
Yeah, it's actually been amazing. Like I wasn't sure how much I was gonna enjoy being a dad, especially for like the baby years. And like I made some like, some pretty ignorant comments before we had a baby. I'm like, I'll love the baby, but I think, when the child's like 3 or 4, when we can do things together, that's when we'll bond, that's when we'll connect. But it's actually been so much fun having a baby. Like I like doing all the baby stuff. I like parading her around. I like taking her on the gymnastics mat and watching her kick and doing tummy time and like just being with her all day. We're so privileged being able to work at home and spend so much quality time with her. It's like, it's crazy. We've only had her for 3 months. It feels like life didn't exist before she was, around. It's a different reality.
It is. But you know what? I knew you were going to be a good dad because I remember watching you teach kindergarten and like be around little kids who were like 3, 4, 5 years old, and you were so sweet and gentle with them. So I knew you had it in you.
I do like kids.
Even if you were like, I don't know what it's gonna be like a baby.
But I am an only child, and like I had very limited experiences like with babies, and like I always used to think, oh my god, like this is a horrible thought. But when like someone would come over and visit with their baby, I'd be like, oh my gosh, thank goodness that's not mine. That's my thought. Like I just found it exhausting just even watching. Yeah. But like now that I have one, it's just it's so much fun.
Yes. No, it's been really good.
It's been a complete attitude shift and like it's tons of fun having a baby.
She's very squirmy now that she's at 3 months. It's like all of a sudden she's moving and she's aware of her hands and she wants to be seated, not lying back.
No, her development is remarkable. Week by week, even day by day, there's significant changes. So it's remarkable watching how quickly a human develops in those early days and weeks.
For sure.
Yeah.
So the next question.
She's got drool. If
You've got a little bit of drool. I don't know where the Kleenex is, so we're going to use the bib to wipe it a little bit.
Okay.
We were actually going to try and film this video as a little vlog while we ran errands around town today. And that didn't work very well because every time we stopped the car, the baby would cry like, why isn't the car moving?
No, she loves to be in motion. Whether on a vehicle or like she also doesn't, she likes it when we like parade her around the house. She likes action, we say.
Good morning, little squishy. Good morning. Good morning. And Squishy is all dressed for the outing. I'm all dressed, Mama. All dressed. Very cute outfit, Squishy. I like.
Oh, look how beautiful this shot is. Can you see it?
Alrighty guys, so we are running errands. Today's first errand of the day, going to the post office because we applied for the baby's passport, but it did not arrive.
Oh,
that was the whole reason. I was like, yes, it's gotta be
That's
here.
literally the main reason we came in today. So
Yeah, but no passport. But instead, we've got some nice surprises.
But in all fairness, we still have time for her. She's got a few months before she needs it.
She's got time.
We're kind of going in on a little bit of a date too. We're going out for a meal.
Yes.
So, blood work, all the bunch of stuff, you know. Because we live in a rural area, we tend to cluster our errands together. It's like mail, going grocery shopping, doing odds and ends, medical thing, and then sometimes we'll go out for a meal too.
Yes,
so.
And you look like a trapper with your hat.
Yeah, I'm all dressed for the Canadian winter, which it is.
Nice
so
and warm.
Nice and toasty.
Yeah, so since we're talking about the mail and applying for passports, we can answer one of the questions people sent over. Are you going to stop traveling now that you have a baby? And well,
yes,
yes,
we're
it's
completely
over.
done. It's over. We're done. We're in shackles forever. No. Obviously, it's going to change the way we travel.
Yes.
We're not going to be backpacking the way we did in the 2010s, where we would sometimes be on the road for more than half a year.
Yeah, that was quite the era.
That was quite the era, a great time in our lives. But this is also an exciting new chapter, and we'll be at home more often. But no, we definitely are going to travel, just a very different style of travel. Yeah.
So we have planned, we probably have like 4 trips in the works right now. And I don't really like saying where we're going until we've booked airfare because it just doesn't feel real to me. It feels like anything could change, anything could happen.
Yeah.
But I'll mention one trip, which will be baby's first trip. And that would be to Peru to meet her great grandmother. Because my grandma is turning 97. So we figured, okay, this is a pretty good special occasion to go. And it's been 3 years since our last trip to Peru.
Yeah, it actually has been 3 years. Time flies. It doesn't feel like that long ago, but I mean, we love going there too. It's so much fun. Your relatives are so welcoming and friendly, and we eat so well. So we thought it would be a good first trip for baby abroad, and hence the need to get her passport done.
Yes.
Yeah.
But not today. It's not
today.
here yet. So we'll check again. And let's see what Val sent.
Oh, how cute.
Oh, it's a dress. Oh, that's sweet.
That's awesome.
And it's this little pants. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh.
So she got a little outfit.
We've been getting spoiled rotten
mail.
for in terms of the wonderful contributions that family and friends have been sending for Relly. Like she's basically between gifts. Oh wow, what a nice card. Between gifts, between what does it say?
Welcome to the world, Aurelia. Dear Sam and Audrey, I wish you every happiness and joy with your dear daughter.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Valerie.
What I was saying is between your sisters who have passed on their baby supplies.
Yes.
And the generous gifts that we've got from family and friends, we've barely had to buy anything for our baby.
Yeah.
So
seriously.
yeah, it's been incredible, the generosity that we've experienced for Relly. And every time we come to the mail, it's almost like there's a surprise. I feel like our parents are giving away our address to family and friends and being like, hey, you want to send them something? No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, people have been really nice about that, and we just feel so much gratitude and appreciation for everything we've got.
We really do. It's been good. Okay, so we're going to leave this town and continue with our next errand.
Yep.
So we just finished errand number 2. I had to pick up one of those propane gas tanks for the barbecue so we can keep grilling our burgers every Saturday. It's tradition. And now Sam has gone into the supermarket. He's at IGA. Funny story, when we first moved here out west, I used to call it IGA. It just seemed like IGA was the name, and we learned, no, it's IGA. So yeah, Sam's inside picking up some fruits, and I'm waiting with baby.
Hey, the grocery haul.
That was so fast.
I know, we were getting low on fruit, so I got apples from BC. I got bananas and a boxed mandarin oranges.
Nice.
Hello, doll.
Yeah, baby's waking up.
Hello, doll. Hello, sweet doll. Hello, sweet pea. Hello, bumblebee. Okay.
So we've completed 3 out of 4 errands. Now the
Blood
last
work.
one before our date.
Yeah.
Blood work. Woo.
How exciting. How exciting, guys.
You can hear the train chugging along in the background. You can hear the baby getting a little bit fussy, but it is time for our lunch date.
Yeah, we're going to one of our favorite restaurants in this area called Ben Wong. Really good Chinese food, especially for, hey, this is a small area, so you don't always expect to have the most authentic or the best, but this place is awesome. We love it. It's so good. We ordered a combination meal maybe a few months ago, and we had so much food. The quantity.
Your birthday meal, I remember.
Yeah, it was my birthday meal, and the quantity plus quality was excellent. So we've come back, and we're gonna do they have lunch specials. So yeah, we're happy for Chinese food.
This is baby's first outing to a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
She's so excited.
Yeah.
Hi, Googly.
Here, let's take this off.
Hi, Googly.
Hi, Googly.
Hi, Googly.
Poor thing, you want milk, but you don't want milk.
Hi, Googly.
Okay, so just finished lunch. Lovely little date. Thank you, thank you.
That was so fun. We were the first in the restaurant. Wonderful service. They let us in early, 5 minutes early.
They saw us with the baby out there.
Yeah. We thought we'd, get the baby a bit more used to winter. We take her out slowly and slowly. But my gosh, that was good. I got the ginger beef, lemon chicken, and the chicken fried rice combination. On point. So tasty.
And now we're going to open our little fortune cookies.
And read them.
Let's see what our fortune is for 2025. I hope it's something good.
You first.
Okay, it's not really a fortune. It says, you tend to raise the spirits of those around you.
Well, isn't that nice?
I would say that's accurate. Ever the optimist.
Others will be impressed with your generosity.
Oh, okay, nice.
There we go. We got some nice positive messages, and just a fantastic place. I really appreciate having good restaurants in a small town. Yeah, because that's not always the case, and we'll be back to support that. Probably going to go back for there's a dinner buffet on Saturdays
and dim sum on Fridays.
Yeah, so we'll probably be back for your dad's birthday.
So we're gonna drive home now and actually sit down and do the proper Q&A.
Okay, let's do it.
But basically, the next question, we sort of answered it while we were out. If you want to add anything, travel plans with baby. What will be her first trip?
Her first trip is going to be to Peru.
Yes.
We're going to be going for probably, a couple of weeks at least?
Couple of weeks, I think, yeah.
Yeah, at least a couple of weeks. We'll probably be focusing around Lima, spending time with relatives, but we'll see what happens. I think that'll be a really good first test because it'll be her first flight. It'll be her first time sleeping in a hotel. It'll be her first time, traveling, being with a group of different people that she isn't used to being around.
Yeah. So we are still planning travels with baby. Obviously, the travels are going to look very different than when it was just the two of us. We're not going to be a nomadic family that's like hopping from one country to the next year round. We're not cut out for that.
We got that out of our system. I mean, we got to do that for years upon years.
Yes.
And so those were some of I mean, those were precious years. Like, they were so fun. But, like, it's fun to embrace a different chapter.
Yes.
And so I think what we're going to be doing, we're getting a vehicle soon, and our plan is we're going to do a lot of local stuff in Alberta.
Yes.
We're specifically hoping to travel in Alberta.
I'm going to blur this out somehow.
And to eventually, she's hungry. There's so many interesting places to visit in Alberta, and that way the three of us can go. It's not too intrusive. It's not especially for baby, we can be gone for a few days, come back. Maybe be gone a week or two, come back. We still are going to travel internationally.
Yes.
Too. We're going to be working on the project in Argentina still. We'll still be traveling in Argentina. As baby develops and is a little bit more independent, I could see either of us going on solo missions from time to time. Travel is a big part of our lives. It's our business. So yeah, we're not going to give up travel. We're just going to adapt.
Yes. Excellent. I think that was a good answer. Oh, next one. So we're doing all the baby questions first. Why didn't you share your pregnancy online? That was a very asked question. Honestly, I just wanted peace of mind. Is that a good way to answer it?
Fair enough. I mean, it's like we had a lot going on.
Yes.
Like a big renovation project. We had other things going on, in our lives behind the scenes, and just one of those things where it's like we just wanted to have the situation to be as quiet as possible up until delivery. But now that we have her, we're happy to show her, and we're happy for her. It's been great.
Yeah.
But like in terms of why we didn't, I guess like as much as we love to show our lives, we are private people.
Yes.
We do try to share as much as we feel comfortable sharing, but like we just have natural instincts of being like private people. We're not like shouting. We're not the type that go on the rooftop with a megaphone shouting what we're doing next or what's going on in our lives. It's just not our personalities for either of us. So we just wanted to keep it quiet and
to be fair, there wasn't much of a belly to show until like the 6th or the 7th month. So I didn't even look pregnant. And I think I wanted peace of mind, and I didn't want too many comments or opinions. And like, while 99% of our audience is like very positive and encouraging, and they would have been very happy for us, sometimes there can also be a lot of negativity, and I just didn't want to have like those little voices in the back of my mind, like
that's fair, especially for like an experience like this, which is like it's unlike any other. So I mean, like we didn't want to exclude you guys from that moment, but at the same time, it's just what we decided to do, and once we made a decision, we decided to roll with it.
So we shared it afterwards. Once she was here and all was well.
Is this still recording?
It is still recording.
Okay.
Next question: will you teach the baby Spanish? Yes.
Oh yeah.
That is the intention. I'm going to speak to her in Spanish. Sam will speak to her in English. And I mean, she'll also be able to interact with my parents who speak Spanish and basically my whole side of the family. Maybe
with her learning, it'll also, light a bit of a fire under my derriere and get started too. No, it'd be great. I think children are like sponges when it comes to learning languages. So it'll be a little bit of a superpower for her to have both English and Spanish.
Yes.
What do you think, girl? Do you like that idea?
And you'll be able to travel around and communicate.
Yeah.
No problem. No language barrier. So we'll see how that unfolds, but we are planning to speak to her in 2 languages. And last sort of baby related question, will this turn into a family vlogging channel? No. The focus is still very much like travel and food and the renovation of the hotel whenever we're down in Argentina. And you'll see baby in the videos here and there,
Yeah.
but this isn't about like documenting her every
No.
move, you know?
And especially as she gets older, I think
Yeah.
she'll appear less in the videos. Like we want to give her privacy and,
Yeah.
and have her have the opportunity to, well, just not to be throwing her in front of the camera. Like
Yes.
we don't want her to grow up like that.
Yes.
So I mean, she'll be a part of it, but yeah. What do you think? Yeah. But no, we don't plan for this to be a family vlogging channel, and or like we're not going to be like doing unboxing videos of baby equipment and things like that.
I won't be reviewing baby products.
No, don't worry.
Okay, let me put the boob away and we continue. So now we are going to move over to the travel related questions. The first one is, would you ever do a genealogy trip? I feel like in my case, we've already done it. We spend so much time in Peru and Argentina, and we've been to Austria, and we've been to Germany. So I've seen where my family comes from. How about you?
Yeah, I feel the same way. We've traveled quite a bit. Like I have obviously a lot of European background. I mean, there's certain Scandinavian countries that I know I have some roots from that we haven't been to. So I'd like to do that. But aside from that, I feel like we've covered a lot of that already. So fortunately, we had the chance to do that.
Yeah.
So.
My bra on.
Hey.
This feels like a bit of a chaotic video all over the place. Next one, favorite video you have ever filmed?
Oh, wow. That's a good one. You go first.
Yeah.
First. I need to rack my brain here.
I have two in mind. Okay, no, maybe my number one would be the day that we went to visit the glaciers in Los Glaciares National Park in El Calafate in Argentina. We did a boat tour, and we paid for a pretty fancy boat tour that went out on the lake all day and visited different glaciers, and we saw icebergs. And like the scenery was so spectacular that I was crying at one point towards the end of the
not
day.
Not just you, other people.
Oh, other people, yes. It was just
emotional.
spectacular.
I think they were playing music and it was just like...
Yeah, no, they were playing a
amazing.
song that's pretty meaningful in Argentina, and people were just like all choked up. But that was probably the most beautiful day I've witnessed on my travels, and getting to document that and then edit the video, I think that's my favorite. And then another one I really enjoyed was when we went hiking in Germany, in Bavaria, in Berchtesgaden National Park. That's a place that I had dreamt of visiting for years and years. So being there, even though it was like overcast and moody, it was just as magical.
That was actually one of the best challenges of that particular video was like, we had some weather considerations that were challenging, and it made it a fun, creative challenge.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, let me think. I think it's related to, I'm actually not going to say a particular video. I'm going to say it was our last Japan series. I felt like we kind of knew that we were hoping to start a family soon after that, and it was going to be one of our last really big trips together, just the two of us. And we had gone years throughout the pandemic without really doing a longer trip, like a 6-week trip. So I just felt so much like gratitude and appreciation during that trip. And I just felt like we were really focused, but we were having fun. Like we were filming really well, given the amount of time that we had. But we were doing a lot, but it didn't feel like we were grinding. It just felt like pleasurable. Yeah. And that was the whole trip. And we catered the trip to our travel preferences. We wanted to visit underrated places. We wanted to go to onsens. We wanted to hike. We wanted to do all that kind of stuff. And it was just kind of like us asserting ourselves and being like comfortable in our skin and being like, these are the types of travelers we are now. We're not the type that love to go to the biggest cities and anymore. We're more into this, and let's plan a trip around our current travel preferences.
Yes, and we loved it. That trip was amazing. 6 weeks across Japan and lots of rural destinations. Next question: favorite national park? Oh, that's a hard one.
The one that I've liked recently. I mean, we're so close to a beautiful one here, Waterton, but I really like Los Alerces in Argentina, We got to visit from several different entry points, and what a beautiful underrated park that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should put some images. I hope I can find footage of Los Alerces and show you guys what we witnessed.
Yeah.
Because we have visited that park in 3 different sections. Like, it's a very long park. And yeah, we've just gone back there over and over again. Yeah, I would say my favorite one is... There's one in Argentina. It's Los Glaciares National Park. So if you enter through the south, through El Calafate, you can see glaciers and icebergs and go out on the lake and do a boat tour. And if you enter through the north in El Chaltén, it's all hiking and epic mountain peaks. So that would be my favorite.
Okay, we'll cut here for a second.
Hey, baby. She is back to having milk again. She's got an appetite. Okay, next question is... Will you continue with the project in Argentina? That question came through many, many times over. Okay, you drink your milk so we can answer that.
Heck yeah.
Yes, of course.
Heck yeah.
We have already invested so much time and money into it. And it feels like we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know?
Well, we had this recently successful crowdfunding project that we're really thrilled to show you when we get back there. It was just like the community kicking in, you guys kicking in, people from other donations coming in, and we were able to turn what was like an eyesore building into this new beautiful community space. I mean, we've tackled the hardest parts. We've done the most difficult landscaping. We've almost finished the most challenging house. Like, there's so many positive things that we've already been able to accomplish there, and like just. I don't know, putting in that work and seeing that progress and knowing that like we can cross that finish line in the next few years, it's really exciting. And it's a great lesson in delayed gratification because it's not one of those things that gets done overnight.
No.
It's a big project. And we're just trying to be responsible with our finances here as well. Yeah. We're saving and investing for our future in Canada. That's actually one of my biggest passions is investing. And so it's like we're just taking a balanced approach. Slow and steady wins the race down there.
I like that. I like that approach.
Yeah.
You know, and it's nice having these breaks back in Canada so we don't burn out, because whenever we're down there for months on end dealing with construction and delays, it can slowly, you know, eat away at you.
Eat away.
But we will be excited to go back when the time comes. I am missing our friends, you know?
Yeah, we've made great friends and connections there too. That's the other part we should say. Like our social life is fantastic down there.
Yeah,
we feel we probably are even a little bit more plugged in socially there than we are here. That's not to say we don't enjoy our lives here. We do.
Yeah.
But like it's a real special situation there. And the neat thing is a lot of the mistakes we've made in previous years, we've learned so much from. And we've built up our network of connections down there, especially for skilled tradespeople. And so when we go back, we're not going to have the hassles that we had to face in the past. Yeah. Which is going to be great.
Yes. Fair enough. Okay, favorite part about life in Alberta?
Oh, man. It's just everything. Everything's great here. We actually had this conversation with your parents not too long ago. We're like, what do we miss about this? Because we were in Southern Ontario for a little bit. I'm not from there, but I was living there with you. I like to point that out.
Samuel for an Ontarian. He is from BC.
I always like to point out.
I
tell everyone I'm from Vancouver Island, not Ontario, but we did spend time there.
Yeah.
And just everything is better in Alberta so far, especially where we're living. We have nature. We have an abundance of mountains, of trees, of forests, of hiking trails, of lakes to visit. And that's the kind of setting we like. It's more peaceful here. It's just when you're living in a more rural environment like this, people are friendlier. When you go to the store, you're not just like being treated like a number. People want to talk to you. You're getting to know people. The healthcare has been probably the biggest bonus here.
Yes.
So attentive.
Yes. In the past year, our whole family has spent a lot of time getting to know the healthcare system. Lots of time in hospitals and just different things that happened. But yes, very, very happy with Alberta's healthcare system. And like you were saying, people here have been so friendly. Every interaction has been positive. We know our neighbors. We didn't really know our neighbors back in Ontario. Not all
No,
of them.
our neighbors are amazing. They come over and like bring gifts and
Squash
and hand in sweaters for the baby
Yeah.
and like we go and we buy bread and eggs from another neighbor down the hill.
Yes.
And they helped us with an emergency situation where our vehicle needed some help getting out of the snow. People are just like more community oriented out here. It's less of a meat grinder, I would say. And both Audrey and I grew up in small places. And I would say like in our mid to late 20s, maybe up into even our mid 30s, we were like enamored by big cities. Let's go see the biggest places around the world. But it's like it's been a 180, right? Now we're back to enjoying living and traveling mostly in smaller places, and just been a perfect fit.
It has.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are very happy in Alberta. The move was a great decision. Next question. What was it like for Sam to revisit Edmonton?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
So for you guys who may be confused, we went to Edmonton this summer, filmed a couple of videos up there, and that's where Sam had gone to university, and you hadn't been back in how many years?
Oh my gosh, like decades. So like it had been so long since I had been back there. And it really meant a lot to me because Edmonton was, again, I came from a small town on Vancouver Island. Edmonton was where I experienced had so many new experiences as a young adult. It's where I got into eating international food. It's where I got to try and do all these different cultural things. It's really like, I don't think if I went to university in Edmonton, I would have necessarily gone and taught overseas in Korea. So it was like the launching pad for going abroad, the launching pad for us studying our blogs, our travel businesses. So it was so cool going back, and the city has changed so much since I've been there in a positive way. Like they've really upgraded a lot of areas, and it was just so neat to go back. And I love walking around the campus. Having the chance to go back to Edmonton was just very sentimental, and I appreciated it so much.
Yeah.
I'll be back again.
He'll be back. He'll be back. He wants to go back.
I want to go back.
Ooh, this is another question that sometimes we talk about. If you had to live in a country that's not Canada and not Argentina, which would you choose? Because those two, it's where we spend most of our time.
I think I'd pick Japan. I love Japan.
Yeah.
Especially going back that last time, I was just like, oh, it's so fun being here. I like the food. I love the food. I like the culture. I love all the different, there's so many interesting places to visit. Like if we're going to be doing a deep dive, obviously in Alberta, probably eventually BC, which we're just an hour away from, my home province, and in Argentina, just naturally because we're going to be living there. But like in the future, if I have a chance to really cover a country well, like in terms of travel, I'd like to do Japan and I would also like to do Korea too. So that's my answer.
Yeah. No, I would answer the same. I'm also enamored by Japan. Really love it there. I don't think I could do Japan long term because I would never fully integrate. I don't think I would learn the language. I'm okay with Romance languages, but throw something else at me and it doesn't go in my brain. It doesn't make any connections.
I'm not good at any languages, probably not even English.
But yeah, that's a country where I would consider spending like months on end, traveling slowly and just getting to know the different prefectures.
The thing is, like, if there was ever an opportunity to, like, I don't know, let's say we had a chance to split time between the three countries, Canada, Argentina, and Canada.
Argentina, and Canada?
Sorry. Oh my gosh. Canada, Argentina, and Japan. So if we got to split time between those three countries, imagine like 4 months in each country, that would be awesome. And you'd be like, you would get enough time there to feel like, like this is great, and then you move on to the next. But I could live in Japan. Like you said, probably not like long-term, continuously year after year after year, but like splitting time there every year or going frequently. Oh yeah, for sure.
He says, yeah. And well, actually, those are all the questions I had because I figured that would probably be enough for one video. We've been chatting for like almost half an hour.
Oh, good. Plus what we did in the car, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was nice catching up with you guys, checking in after the new year.
Yeah.
I think maybe we'll film one more chatty video just about our travel plans for the year
Yes.
and what to expect on this channel.
Yeah.
I'm always very hesitant to announce trips before I've booked flights. It never feels real. I don't
Yeah.
feel like I'm going
Fair
until
enough.
I've bought the airfare. But we do have several tentative trips happening in the first half
We do.
of the year.
We do.
Many of them stateside.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh, there's the teaser. But, anyways, yeah, thanks so much for the great questions. Thanks so
Yeah.
much for the support for our channel. And also, yeah, just thanks for understanding our new life situation. And it's
Yeah.
exciting for us, and I hope it's exciting for you guys. We will still be a travel channel. You don't have to worry about that. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Ta-ta.